Okay, everybody, welcome back to the next tour. I think this is the 21st tour. I'm going to run around and show you everything that I've done over the last week. Went ahead and finished clearing out the uh, stone down here. And like I was saying in the last video, I was coming in contact with the workshop. So I put in this door. It's a temporary door. I might spruce it up a little bit later. And then eventually I want to make a staircase down to one of these other levels. And let me show you how it looks with this. Let me show you where that path comes out in the workshop. And I got to come up with an idea. Maybe it's okay, but I think I want to change it up. So that right there is the walkway that it came out to. So I'm probably going to close up either that one or both and just have the ceiling a little bit further down. And then that's the room that I was the open room that hasn't been finished right there. Have some stairs coming down to either that room, or the room over in that direction. Nothing else is going on down here. And the hopes would be that you would come into this room right here via this up here, and then it would go down into this area, and then if you wanted to, you could come down into this lower area, and then this would be blocked up going back that way, and the only way you get to the spider farm is to come through here. But I might just leave in this for convenience, but that is an idea. Maybe the convenience of getting to the lower part of the workshop and this being to the top side of the workshop would be one way to do it, but I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that. But it looks good, cleaned out, flat. Got a lot of blocks, so extended one of the nether tunnels a little bit further out. I was gonna fight the dragon this week, but I had 4 ender pearls and I was able to get pretty far out before all my ender pearls or ender eyes ran out. So we come out here because I've been spending more time in the nether with working on that tunnel, and a load of quartz. I'm glad I dropped this down by 1. I don't necessarily like it dropped down by 1, but I was able to get a lot more accomplished using these extra bricks that were over here. So eventually, when I have more of a surplus of quartz, I'll raise this back up by 1. I think it looks better. It kind of breaks your immersion in this area because you can see a lot more of the buildings in the lower area. But this looks good here because the walls are 3 high. And I was able to get a lot of the quartz down here put in. So quartz on the sides. This layer right here is completely quartered up, at least 2 high. And then this level up here has a good decent chunk done in it, and it is 3 high. So it stops over here. And I just need to work on this area back this way. But you can see the quartz down there have been finished to the 2 high. But eventually I want to come back through and run it with 3. I still haven't figured out a design for a building I was going to put in here. I want to work a little bit more on some ideas before I just throw some buildings in here, because I want this to be like a finished palette. So then I can just wherever I'm at, I can just kind of mindlessly go and put in this palette without much hassle. And what I mean by that is this down here is a finished palette. Everything down here is finished. It's how it's supposed to be. I mean, I could always come back and change out the wall texture with maybe some of the tuff and some diorite, or I think that's diorite. But anyway, this is a finished palette down here, so it's easy to take a finished palette and just continue on, like I did over here. This lower area that I was talking about in the last tour, I went ahead and worked it out. So now I got, I think these are melons over here. I put in some bamboo, which I haven't put in the other farms, but I figured we needed some carrots, some potatoes, and then more. These are pumpkins over here, so just little patches of pumpkins. And so this place is more finished over here. Just extend into the palette. Once it's finished, it's easy to come into an area that needs that and just work just based off of the old design, and it still come out looking really good without putting a lot of like before thought, because this texture palette has already been planned and worked out, and this is what these levels are going to look like with a slight addition with these bamboos instead of the waterfalls that I had in the lower cobblestone levels on the other ones. This is not a finished palette right here, so I want to do something different with the dirt. I want to put in some custom trees and maybe a little bit more to give it a more distinct excuse me, I'm sorry about that, to give it a more distinct look from the other levels, even though it is a very distinct area already. I want to push that a little more and make these houses look a little less well put together, maybe a little more broken up, like this fence over here. So I need to do more work on this level, and yep, just little tiny projects here and there this week, and finishing up a good bit of that. I wouldn't even say a good bit, but a portion of that dig in the lower levels that I wanted to, which we can go back down via this handy dandy tunnel over here. And these will be popped up in more places. That is what the crypt is for, these water tunnels and regular tunnels. But the idea would be to have a staircase from the level above us right here. That's that walkway right there. It would be cool to have it come down into one of these rooms, whether it be this one or this one down here. And it'll just take a little bit of moving things around and working. Maybe put a staircase in right here, and then you kind of can travel from up there to down here. But yeah, that's all I worked on this week. I had a good week. Ready for the next one. I hope you had a good week. Excited to make more. Excited to get back on here and spend a lot of time. Excuse me. Okay. Well, that's it for this tour. Thanks for stopping by, and come back for next week.